Ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha, and in my job as a YouTuber that covers the gaming industry, I get a lot of weird and interesting stuff emailed to me. Sometimes it's emails of support or of appreciation, sometimes it's tips about something that the person feels should have some additional light shed on it, and sometimes it's a person with a very legitimate problem that feels they don't have any options or avenues of recourse. And more often than not, this involves an entity such as a games publisher, a developer, or someone who has abused their position of authority in some way. But if we were to play a game for a moment, I would have to say that never have I ever been presented with something like Twitch TV ignoring an issue surrounding fraud and theft. Now, I originally intended this video to not be any form of Twitch bashing or anything like that, but this sort of thing does raise some very legitimate concerns when it comes to the safety and protection of Twitch's viewers, particularly when it comes to the bits system. And with as large of a platform as Twitch is, and the amount of money that changes hands, the apparent lack of any form of basic protections and recourse I find to be reprehensible, to put it mildly. Also, the case numbers on the screen are just two of the multiple case numbers opened by these people in a vain attempt to get some form of response from Twitch in this regard, and will remain there for the entirety of this video. And what ended up happening, as outlined by Gregory, the person that emailed me the information, was that on April 29th, he had begun receiving a large number of emails from Sola in Cyrillic, in which over $1,900 in bits purchases were made, along with $60 worth of gifted subscriptions. This was due to the Twitch user account becoming compromised, and due to Twitch being a trusted PayPal business partner, the compromised account could make these purchases without any additional authentication required. And to showcase how easy this is, I recorded myself purchasing some bits while my Twitch account is hosting my friend Soggy Taters, a fantastic streamer and well worth checking out. Now, once the Twitch user account is logged in, one need only click a few buttons. No form of authentication is required even when changing the payment options, as I showed here. Now, there are most definitely ways that one can better protect themselves in regards to situations like these, but I'm not about to go victim blaming here, and the fact of the matter is, even with two-factor authentication enabled, and even if you do everything right, no online account is ever 100% secured. In IT security, there is nothing that is deemed secured. It's all about mitigated risk and decreasing threat vectors. However, how Twitch has handled, or more to the point, not handled this situation, definitely leaves much to be desired, and this situation has brought to light some information that, if accurate, is extremely troubling. Now, through the course of this, Gregory and his girlfriend have obviously changed their passwords and resecured their accounts, but the entire bits purchasing system on Twitch has some severe flaws with it when it comes to a consumer protection standpoint. First off, there is no interface for someone to dispute bits transactions like there are for subscriptions, and there is also no grace period in place for bits purchases. Also, in addition to bits purchases made, there is no way for a person to see what payment methods were used for the purchase of the bits, and there's also no way to track where the bits went and what broadcasters received them. And one additional factor is there's no limit or warning threshold system in place to protect against fraudulent transactions like these being used to drain a person's account. There's absolutely no system in place that will require any form of re-authentication with the payment methods in place if a person is spending, say, $1,900 on bits through the course of a large number of individual transactions. Likewise, with the gifted subscription model on Twitch, there is a similar lack of tracking and protections in place that would prevent against this sort of thing from happening. No grace period involved that would protect the customer against fraudulent transactions, and no way of knowing who received them and when. Also, Sola only handles the transactions involved with subscription purchases and is not involved with the bits transactions at all. Now, to continue on, it was discovered that Twitch does not have any published phone number for direct support, and there is a complete lack of any fraud protection systems whatsoever on the entire platform. Now, Gregory and his girlfriend are out just shy of $2,000, and they are being met with complete silence on Twitch's end. Support tickets are opened and ignored. Reaching out to them on Twitter has been met with a similar lack of response, and their attempt to reach out on Reddit was met with their post being removed owing to their rules not allowing official Twitch matters to be discussed, and Bullets QS, the Twitch support volunteer that deleted the post, suggested they reach out via Twitter, which was already done and met with complete silence. And some of you may ask, well, what about PayPal? Surely they can do something. Well, here's what Gregory sent in that regard. PayPal has now informed us that if we attempt to do such a thing, in which they mean issue a chargeback, they will report us to the police and take legal action, as PayPal has still not heard from Twitch that this is fraudulent and it's not their responsibility to investigate. They stated that this chargeback would be akin to stealing and will take measures to report it to the authorities if that occurs. And what this means is that Twitch is ignoring these people, and their plight is allowing direct theft to occur. And if this is how Twitch handles their customers, then I personally want nothing more to do with the platform. This is, as I said, reprehensible, and it is absolutely terrible that these two are having to deal with this simply because Twitch is outright ignoring them. Hell, I even reached out to Twitch support on Twitter and was also met with a similar silence that was deafening in its completeness. This is made even more baffling to me due to the fact that thanks to Twitch subscribers and bits transactions, I had exceeded their minimum threshold for time elapsed and total dollar amount, and one Twitter post had them clamoring all over it, and inside of 20 minutes I had a PayPal deposit of a little over $200, where before I was supposed to have been getting paid out by Twitch and they weren't doing it. But one of Twitch's customers having almost $2,000 stolen from them? Nothing. So if you happen to work for Twitch or know someone who does, help these two out. Someone hacked these people's Twitch account and stole their money, and Twitch is doing absolutely nothing but sticking their fingers in their ears. And if you are a person that watches streamers on Twitch, I would strongly urge you to avoid attaching any form of payment information to your Twitch account due to the complete lack of fraud protection in place on the platform. This incident clearly shows that if Twitch ignores you, then you are basically shit out of luck, and they don't care because, hey, at least they got their fucking cut of the take. Despicable. So please do share this. Make sure that Twitch cannot ignore this issue, because it's not just about these two people, it's about all of us. They want us to spend money through their systems. That's all well and good, but they damn well better start making sure that we have adequate protections in place should our accounts become compromised, as what happened with Gregory and his girlfriend. Right now, the complete lack of protections are laughable. So share it out. Let them know that their customers deserve better. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha, and I'll see you next time.